If you follow NVIDIA, you know that every year they come out with a new chip, and they name the chip after a historical figure, like one of the top scientists in the world, somebody that has contributed to artificial intelligence, a pioneer in this space. Last year, chip was named Blackwell. So Rubin is this year. Rubin hasn't come out yet. So currently, Blackwell is the most advanced chip ever created. Now, the interesting thing is that Blackwell was named after David Blackwell. David Blackwell is Lisa's grandfather.
Correct.
This is a very interesting story.
National Medal of Science 2, David Blackwell, University of California, Berkeley.
I would like to introduce you to a very, very big GPU, named after David Blackwell.
We named it Blackwell in honor of Dr. Blackwell. Today, we're witnessing the dawn of the AI era, and the Blackwell architecture is the engine that's powering this new industrial revolution. We strive each day to honor Dr. Blackwell's remarkable legacy by bringing the promise of AI to industries, developers, and researchers worldwide.
David Blackwell was the epitome of excellence.
There are many, many standard tools that people use all the time that are named after David. You know, Blackwell spaces and the Rao-Blackwell theorem.
Blackwell nowadays is known for what's called the Blackwell-Rao theorem. Sort of like saying if something happens frequently enough, you should be able to kind of predict what's going to happen next. However, there might be some bias in some of that data. That's essentially what the Blackwell-Rao theorem tells you, is that there's a way you can kind of estimate what should happen, but then minimize the bias that you would have there in the data. And this is an amazing approach to doing statistics. We had a booth at a math conference. An individual walked by. He wasn't a black mathematician. He pauses at the table, looks at the picture of Blackwell and is very confused, and then says, you know, I'm a statistician, but that picture can't be right. David Blackwell wasn't black. So I asked him, so how are you convinced that he wasn't black? And he said, well, there's this Blackwell-Rao theorem, and it's an amazing theorem. It just never crossed my mind that Blackwell could be black.
For full context for people, like, you know, it's interesting because we talk about AI so much, and who really knew that one of the forefathers of artificial intelligence was black and held in such high regard in the world of science that the largest company in the history of the world, which is NVIDIA, named their most advanced piece of software ever after a black man. And, you know, once again, it just goes back to, I think you said this at NVIDIA, like if he was well known, what would that do to STEM in our community?